Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everybody. This is the first lecture on grammar. It's written by Raymond Murphy. We will proceed according to the design prescribed by the writer. In first unit he has talked about present continuous. I think you are well aware of present continuous. It's very simple tense. You must be familiar with it, but I have designed certain pop-up notes for your help. If you look deeply on these pop-up notes, it would be very easy for you to understand them. For example, number 1, we use present continuous for an action continuing. It means that action which has been not finished and is in progress, we use for that action present continuous. If you look at this picture, you can see a girl. She is driving a car. It means that she is in the middle of action. She is still driving the car and the action has not been finished. In those sentences in which the action is in a continuous form, we use for those sentences present continuous. Please come here again on the pop-up notes. The action is continuing temporarily, not permanently. Here two words are very important: temporarily and permanently. You must remember that in present continuous the action is always temporary. It's not completed. For example, the child is weeping. It means that the child is weeping continually. Surely after some time he will stop crying. He surely will stop crying. What does it mean? It means that the action will happen only for a certain or specific time. Number 2, it is always used with dynamic verbs. Please try to understand. What do you mean by dynamic verbs? Dynamic verbs are those verbs which are action verbs. The words used for these verbs are those with which we do some action. For example, go, it is a dynamic verb because we are doing something. Walk, it is again action verb because we are doing something. Similarly, do, write, etc. These are the examples of dynamic verb. But there is another form of a verb which is called stative verbs. You must remember that present continuous is not used with stative verbs. Stative verbs means non-action verbs. If we try to dissect these verbs, we come to know that most of the stative verbs belong to our 5 proper senses. For example, sense of hearing, sense of touch, sense of smell, and sense of taste. This kind of verb presents state, situation which doesn't change or likely to undergo a change. It means that these stative verbs don't undergo any change and they belong to senses in which we don't do anything, but these verbs present only situation. For example, love, suggest. When you love somebody, you do nothing, you simply feel. Suggest, when you suggest somebody, you simply don't do anything with your hands. Promise, think. If you look deeply at these verbs, particularly they belong to or senses. Keep this thing in mind that stative verbs are not used in present continuous. Only action verbs are used in present continuous. Example, I am loving you, this is wrong. But if I say I love you, this is correct. Number 4, there are certain keywords which we must remember. They are particularly used in present continuous. These keywords are this plus time. It means this week, this month, this year, this time, etc. It means time around. Once again, I am going to summarize the things. You please listen carefully. Number 1, present continuous is used in which the action continues and it is not finished yet. Number 2, the action which is in continuous form has a specific time or period which is temporary and it is not permanent. Number 3, there are two kinds of verbs, dynamic verbs and stative verbs. We use present continuous only with those verbs which are action verbs. Next, with stative verbs we don't use present continuous. The last one is that there are certain keywords which begin with this and time. For example, this month, this year, this time, recently. These words go with present continuous form. Now please come to this construction. With I, this is first person singular, we use am. This is the long form and this is a short form, and we use ing. I am driving. He, she and it is walking. We, you, they are doing. Now please look at this. I am doing something. I am in the middle of doing it. I have started doing it and I haven't finished it. It means that the action has started. It is not finished yet and the man is in the middle of action. If you look at this picture, a man is talking on his cell phone to some of his friends. The action is suspended but not finished when you take a time to talk. He wants to tell that when you are talking to your friend or telling about your activities have been suspended for a while. Still you are in the middle of your activity. You are just telling your friends about your activity. For example, I am reading a really good book at the moment. It's about a man. It means that action is not completed. Still he is in the middle of action. Once again, please look here. These are the key words to remember. You know them very well. As I have earlier explained, today, this week, this year, periods around now, the time around you. You are working hard today. Not you work hard today. You cannot say that you work hard today. No, you are working hard today, because today it represents time. The company I work for isn't doing so well this year. Look here, this year. It is also referred to time. We use present continuous when we talk about changes happening around now, especially with these verbs. You please remember these verbs, they are very important. These verbs particularly go with present continuous. Get, change, become, increase, rise, fall, grow, improve, begin and start. I have also explained here. Actually these are the two kinds of verb, stative and dynamic. What are the verbs? Can we use them with continuous? If not, why? For example, look here. This is get. Is your English getting better? Not do your English get better, because these particular verbs are used with present continuous instead of present indefinite. Please come to exercise 1. The sentences on the right follow those on the left. Which sentences go with which? Here are certain sentences and here are certain sentences. You have to combine them. For example, please don't make so much noise. Look here. I am trying to work. They will go together because they have logical connection. I need to eat something soon. What will come? I am getting hungry. So the rest you can do by yourself. Look at 1.2. Complete the conversation. I saw Brain a few days ago. Please remember, wherever you find this word ago, it will go with past indefinite because it represents the past construction. Oh, did you? What is he doing these days? Look, you can look at the bracket and complete the sentences. He is at the university. How will you complete? What is he studying? What is he studying? Psychology. The rest you can solve by yourself. I have explained here with the example. Please look at the example. What plus helping verb plus pronoun. I have also explained here with the example what do you like? Look here, what do is helping verb, you is pronoun, and like is verb. You must follow this rule to complete this exercise. Put the verbs into the correct form. Positive, I am doing. Negative, I am not doing. This is very easy. Here only I have explained long form and short form. They are or is the long form or the full form of helping verb. But when we omit a and write comma in place of a, like this one, there, this is a short form. But you must remember that we don't use short form when we are going to write something. Complete the rest of exercise by yourself, and if you find any difficulty, I will tell you. Exercise 1.4. Complete the sentences using the following verbs. Please look at the verb. This is start, get, change, rise. Here I am going to explain certain rules of adding ing, because in present continuous you have to add ing. So how can you know where you have to add ing and how can you? There are certain rules for adding ing. Rule number 1. Add simply ing like go, going, knock, knocking. This is rule number 1. Number 2. If a word ends with e, drop e. It means that if a word has e at its end and you want to add ing, you must drop this e and add ing. For example, look this one, take. It has e at the end. When you want to add ing, you must drop this e and write taking. Number 3. If a word has one syllable and it has consonant plus vowel plus consonant, double the last consonant and add ing. I will tell you what is a syllable. If you consult a dictionary, you will see that a word has been divided into syllables. Certain syllables are stressed. Stressed means that you have to pronounce those words with a puff of sound, and there are certain words which are unstressed. It means that you have to abridge them. Inshallah, I will upload here a post about the syllables. This is sit. If you see here, it is one syllable word. So this is wall and this is tea. When you write, it will come sitting. Put, putting. This word has only one syllable. The beginning is a consonant, the middle position is a vowel, and the last position is again consonant. It means CVC, consonant, vowel plus consonant, and only has one syllable. If a word has more than one syllable and stress is on the last syllable, double the last letter and add ing. You must remember, if any word which has more than one syllable, for example, beautiful, it has 3 syllables. If the last syllable is stressed, you have to add ing. For example, refer, refer. So you will write here refrain, set, upset. It has two syllable, up and set, and the stress is on set because it is pronounced with a puff of sound. Setting. Number 5. These are the vowels A, E, I, O, U plus Y. If you find vowels in any word, simply add ing. Play, playing. Last. If the last words are IE, convert them to Y and add ing. For example, lie. Look here, it has IE. You have to delete IE and you have to add ing. Lying. Here is die. You have to delete IE and write dying. Notice, practice with your word. Thank you very much, my dear students. Inshallah, the next lecture would be about present simple. It will be uploaded inshallah after a while. Thank you very much. So nice of you and enjoy your time well.